Okay, Chen Ming is here and yeah, okay, good. How was Valentine's Day yesterday? You had your friend coming to your house. Yes, how been? Ni hao ma? How Okay, that's good. Come, sit down. So what did you all cook for your friend? What your mother cook? Steamboat. So how was steamboat? Come again? Dolphin. Or dumpling. Oh, okay. He can understand, but I can't. Okay, because of the, I think it's due to the accent, because you don't pronounce the word. You are like fast, like Chinese slang or something like that. So naturally, I can't get the word that you are trying to say. Dumpling. Okay, right, dumpling. Yeah. All right, very good, very good. So, all right, so let's try and have a look at our lesson that we have for you. All right, so today's lesson, the title is a bit funny. He says, are they serious? Are they serious means something like, whether something that you want to do, whether you are serious or whether you're not serious, or whether you're just trying to joke around or something like that. So that is what the title is trying to say here, that are you serious? Okay, right. So that is your are you serious story. Okay. So what we can do is, let's go directly to this lesson. Why? Because I think I will need to stop the class exactly at 3:30 because I have an IELTS online class. I have an IELTS online class from here exactly at 3:30. So naturally, I will have to stop the class. Okay, right? And yes, so shall we have some small talk first before we start our lesson? All right. So what's your name? Ziyun. So Ziyun, you had your lunch. So what you had for lunch? Slow down. What is it? Milk. Milk and milk and cereal for lunch. I thought that's for breakfast. It's very strange. All right, we in Malaysia we have that for lunch for breakfast. Am I right? Milk with cereal is normally for breakfast, right? Probably he might have got up late because he had a friend coming to his house yesterday, and probably you both of you may be playing games and then slept late. Or is it right or no? Yes, played games. Good. Oh, what time did your friend go back? Why are you looking at him? I'm asking you. It's your house, or why you look at him? Around 9:30, so early. Huh? Why you went back so early? So tired. What did you all do? Play football or what? Play mosquito? Feed the mosquito. What do you mean by feed the mosquito? You gave the mosquito to bite your hand. In his house. Why there are so many mosquitoes in his house, in your house? Huh? Play golf. Downstairs, play what? Haubin, please help me. Haubin, I don't know what they're saying. Play golf. Or playground. I think it's your mask, both of you wearing masks, so cannot understand. Playground. Oh, playground is supposed to be for children, right? That is below 10 years old, you go to the playground. Just the both of you only playground. Three of you in the playground. What did you all do in the playground? Play the seesaw or what? Play the swing. Basketball. Oh, that's nice. She can play basketball. Yes. Yes. No wonder she became so tall. All right. So, did you see a video clip about Russia between a game between Russia and France. A basketball game between Russia and France. So you know what happened? This Russian girl is very tall. Huh? So the referee made a wrong decision. The referee blew and then made a wrong decision in the game. So you know the tall girl from Russia, you know what she did? She hold the referee and put him into the basket. She carried the referee and put him into the basket. And they had to get a ladder to bring the referee down. So I was laughing when I saw that picture of that basketball thing. Yeah. Okay, right. Never mind. So, Haubin, what did you eat? Milo. You mean noodles? Ah, so you see, you say the wrong thing. I'm blinking my mind. Huh? So what you add? Not middles, but noodles. So you see, when we talk, you can realize that you guys are making some mistakes even while talking. So when teacher correct you, you realize that that is not the word you are saying. So it is noodles. Okay, very good. Zizin, what did you eat? He drank milk and ate cereal. What about you? Hmm? Vegetable. You ate vegetable and egg. No rice. No rice. Just ate vegetable and egg only. Enough. Huh? Now, we are not too hungry. Okay. What about Chenbin? Nothing. Oh, dumpling. Now, in the lunchtime, you ate the dumpling. So the dumpling you brought back yesterday from his house. Oh my God. So I should have come. At least I got to tap out some dumpling. You see, you never invite me. You invite your friend. You never invite Lausu. How can unfair? Huh? Otherwise, we could have got dumpling also. Huh? They never invite us. Huh? They only invite one person only, their friend from Marlborough. Okay, right. Never mind. Huh? So there will be always next time. So no worries. There will always be a next time. All right. So what we do now, we just did we call this small talk. Small talk means, before a meeting or before a class, you just have a little bit of talk to, make yourself alert and start your class. To start your class. Okay. So you can see the title is a little bit different. And then you see, it tells you, are they serious? All right. And then if you look at the language function, it says expressing prohibition. All right. So you need to know what is the meaning of the word prohibition. Prohibition simply means you're not allowed to do something or say something or whatever it is, something like you're banned to do that or do that, cannot do this, cannot do that. That is called prohibition. Same like if you come from a family, from a decent family or something like that, your mom or your dad might tell you, you can't do this, you can't do that. You can't come back late at night or something like that. So you have prohibitions. You have prohibitions even at home. Why? Because parents want you to be disciplined and don't want you to be coming back 1 a.m. in the morning and 2 a.m. in the morning. And they don't want you to come back, drinking beer and all those things. I'm sure all these are called prohibition or prohibited. Right. Next, you see the word, the language function. We are going to talk about laws. So this is a very interesting topic because it's going to talk a little bit about laws. So you'll have an idea of what the law is all about. Okay. And if you look at the vocab, it says, we are going to discuss about the law. We are going to discuss about strange rules. What is strange? Strange means, of course, rules that are not seen or not practiced everywhere. But strange means maybe something which is funny. Something that is funny, which is not normal. Something which is not normal. So you call it strange rules. And then you have the name of a country here, Italy. And then you have another word there, forbidding. Forbidding also something to do with prohibition. Forbidding simply means you're not allowed to do something forbidden. All right. And then you have banning things, almost the same, similar meaning. Banning things means You're not supposed to go here, go there, do this, do that, or something like that. That is what you mean by banning things. All right. So that is what. And if you look at the picture below, what can you see? You can see a clown. All right. You can see a clown and he's doing some tricks or something like that with his hands. And what do you see on the left-hand side there? But what balance? Weight balance, huh? Okay, right. Can. No problem. It's called a weighing scale. It is actually called a weighing scale where you need to balance it on both the sides. All right. You see, I'm sure now you know if you go to supermarket or any place or something like that, when you buy something, how do they weigh the thing? Everything is now electronic. Electronic means you just put your thing on top of the weighing scale and the reading tells you is 1 kg or 2 kg or 500 grams or whatever it is. But in those days, they use this to weigh, especially in China. But if you go to China, in some places, they still use this. In all the village areas and all that, they still use this because some towns and cities may not have been modernized that fast now. But of course, this method is very, very reliable. It is very, very why I say very reliable is because it has been practiced for a very, very long time. When I was a young boy, they used this also. When I go and buy something in the grocery shop, the sugar and whatever you buy, they will weigh from this one. How do they weigh it? You see, there are two things down there. That means there are two shelves down there. So what they actually do is that they have weights. They have weights of 1 kg, 500 grams, 100 grams, 200 grams, 300 grams. They have weights like that. So they will put the 1 kg weight down here, and then they take the sugar, maybe around 1 kg or what, and put it on this side. So if it balances, then they will know that, okay, this one is exactly 1 kg. But I can tell you a secret. Most of the shopkeepers, they know how to play with the weighing scale. They know how to move their hand a little bit here and there. And purposely, they will reduce the sugar a little bit and then put their finger and push here and push there or whatever it is, and then show the weighing scale as though it's balanced. Yeah, most of the sundry shops used to do this before. Because this one is very easy to get cheated, right? Even though they put the 1 kg there, if you apply a bit of force with your finger on this side, what will happen? Because you're holding a bar like this, just imagine, you're holding a bar like this. If you can do this a little bit, what happens? This one goes down, this one goes up, right? If you do this, what happens? This one will go down, this side will come up. So from here, you can play already because it is held by the hands. It is actually held by the hands. But here in the picture, what do you see? They hang it up onto a wall or something like that. So this one a little bit difficult to cheat. Why? Because you can't use your hand and play the fool down there. You get the picture or not? So you have to put it there until both sides are balanced. Have you seen this in China, Zin? Yes, she has. Very good. Do you have one in your house? In China, I mean. Never. No, don't have. Grandma's house or grandfather's house? Maybe have because you might have keep it for a souvenir or something like that. Old people like to keep it. You come to my house, I have a lot of old things. But every year my wife will try and throw them away, but it still keep coming there. All the old things will keep coming in my house. I love old things. All right? Okay, right. Why are you so serious today? No, sure. Yesterday you were laughing and laughing. Today you're so serious. Why? You're angry with me? Sure. Okay, I thought you were angry with me or something. Okay, right. Let's continue. Okay, who can answer this very important question for teacher? It says, you see, we have the focus on talking. It says, what is the purpose of the rule of law? Yes, maybe we try with How Bin first. Later on, last we go to Chen Ming. All right? Chen Min. Okay, right. How Bin first. What is the purpose of rule of law means just forget about the rule. Just say what is the purpose of law. Yeah, can. Accepted. Keep people safe. Safe from what? Keep people safe from what? Faster. Keep people safe from what? From the rain or from the sun? From what? Huh? You can say keep people safe, but you cannot continue. Keep people safe from what? Yes, yeah. Ziyud, maybe you can help him. He says keep people safe. Keep people safe from what? Crush. Crime. CRIME. Okay, right. He says the purpose of laws is to keep people safe from crime or to prevent crime. So you must say the correct thing. It is actually to prevent crime, not to keep people safe. But of course, keep people safe means to protect people. He doesn't know the proper vocabulary, so it must be to protect people, protect the public. All right. So Zin, can you think of anything else? The purpose of the rule of law, besides prevent, prevent what is it? Prevent crime. He says to prevent crime. Anything else? The law? To be fair. Oh, very good answer. Yes, I think I can agree with you. To be fair to everyone. To be fair to everyone. So you see, if you think, you can get some beautiful answers. I think that is a fantastic answer. Yes, to be fair. All right, because you can't treat one person this way and treat another one the other way. Like you can see in some countries, they treat one group of people in this way and they treat the other group of people in a different way. If you talk about fairness, you can look at Malaysia. I'm sure Chen Ming and Ziyun and Zizin, you both of you, three of you have been in Malaysia for quite some time already. So you can, you must, like sort of understand by now that in Malaysia, we have 3 or 4 races. We have the Chinese, the Malays, the Indians, and the Punjabis and all that. So you can say, I'm sure you would have heard that the Malay people in Malaysia, they are treated better than the other races. They get more privileges. They get more privileges. If they buy a car, if they buy a house, they get a better discount than the non-Malays. All right. And the schools for them are all in Bahasa Malaysia. So the Chinese and the Indians suffer because we don't quite understand Bahasa Malaysia. All right. So you can see that is the reason why we have many Chinese schools in our country. Why? Because most of the Chinese parents don't want to send their children to the normal Malay school. They prefer sending their children to either international school if they have money, or they send to a private Chinese school like Punyu or something like that. Pek Hua, Punyu, and all these things. So, why? Because they feel that it is more better to send their son or daughter to a Chinese school. And where do the Indians send their children? To a Tamil school in Malaysia. We have a lot of Tamil schools in Malaysia. Even in town also, there's one in, but if I tell you the place also, you don't know. But yeah, why do we do this? Is because we find that sometimes in our country, there's things are not fair. Things are not fair. But of course, if you are studying in an international school or whatever it is, like Marlborough College and all that, that one is not affected because the college pays the government and there's a license for building the school and all those things. So that one is not an issue. Only the government schools in Malaysia are a big issue. That is a big issue. Okay, right. So we now understand what is the purpose of the rule of law. One person said because of fairness, and the other one it says to prevent crime. Chen Ming, can you think of anything else? They said everything. Oh my God, you can think of something, right? What's the rule of law for? Protect the public. So yeah, he says, yeah, I think you have to, protect, prevent crime is one thing. And you can say protect the people also, the law. The law is there to protect people. And of course, the other word is for fairness. That means everybody must be treated the same. You cannot be one person, one law, and another group of people, another law. So that is the purpose of the rule of law. All right. And now let's try the second question. Is there any specific law in your country you do not agree with? Yeah, what about China? Let's go to China first, then we'll go and ask Hao Bin, because the three of you actually from China. So you will not know anything about Malaysia because you're just here to study. That's why I always talk about China for the three of you. All right. But this is the second time that the three of you are together. So it's good. So is there any specific law in China that you don't agree? Of course, you can't go to China and say, I don't agree to this law. They will put you inside jail, right? Definitely cannot. But here you can talk. I won't go and complain to Xi Jinping. Don't worry. Yeah, anything you don't agree. Any law in China that you feel you are not happy with. Even can be simple things like taking the electric train or something like that, or taking a bus or taking a plane or whatever it is. Anything that they have made law that you are not happy with. Yes. Nothing. Were you happy with everything? Okay, Rizin? You must be scared. I have not fitted any, only this one, this is being recorded, so I can send this to Xi Jinping, don't worry. You agree with it? Let's see what Chen Ming has got to say. What under 18? Okay, if people are under 18. Oh, where in China? So what happens to the person? It's not a crime. Oh, that's good. So that means you can faster go back to China and do a lot of things. I see. But I'm sorry to tell you, ask you this question. If he does something bad, will he not still be in jail? No. Or they have other punishment. Or not sentenced to jail. I see. Or it's like a school for them. They go there and even if he murders somebody, if a teenager who is less than 18 years old, he kills somebody, what happened? Still not punished, but goes to the school or something like that. Okay, right. Yeah, I think here also we have some sort of that type of law, but the problem is that you will still be punished. You will still be punished if your crime is heinous. Heinous means if your crime is a very dangerous crime. If you kill somebody or if you rape a girl or something like that, that is not a crime that can be forgiven. All right, because that is something which is not right to do. Okay, right? So I think for this case, probably you will be tried in a juvenile court. Juvenile court means Juvenile, juvenile court. Juvenile court means it's a children's court. You will be tried in a children's court and they will keep you there until you reach the age of 18 or 21. And then you will go back to a normal prison, right? Then you will be put into a normal prison. Okay, right. How about Hao Bin? I've been asking the three of them, but I'm not asking you anything. So in Malaysia, now come to you to Malaysia. Is there any specific law in Malaysia that you don't agree with? All agree. So what laws are there in Malaysia that you agree with? You don't know any laws in Malaysia, right? So how can you agree with it? You just say, I agree with it. What agree with what? Hmm? So you see, so you want to escape. You want to run away because you don't know the answer. So you say that you agree with everything. So there's nothing that you disagree with. So you're happy with the Bumiputra issue in Malaysia. You don't mind the Bumiputras getting all the the whatever rights they have and all that. You're okay with it. No problem. No problem for you. Oh, very good. They have a lot of Chinese like you. Means very good, Malaysia. Try to talk. I'm asking you question because I want you to talk, not shut your mouth and keep quiet and escape and run away. You understand? No, teacher is trying to help you so that you can have conversations in the class. If you don't want to talk, you're not able to talk, this is what will happen because you're trying to escape and say, no, I don't agree with anything. And that's why I asked them first, then I'm coming to you so that you have an idea of what to answer. But looks like you don't have any idea. All right, because in Malaysia, a lot of people are not happy with a lot of things. What is the main law that we are not happy with in Malaysia and Singapore? All right. So, of course, you guys are children, young people. So, most probably you don't know what laws in Malaysia that a lot of people don't agree with. There is a law which is called ISA in Malaysia. This law is practiced both in Malaysia and also in Singapore. In Singapore, they call it with a different name, but in Malaysia, they call it the Internal Security Act. All right, they call this the Internal Security Act, ISA. So what is this Internal Security Act? If you do something against the government or you say something bad against the government, the police will arrest you under the ISA. So previously, about 10 years ago, before they abolished this act and then they created another new act in Malaysia, what happens is that after they arrest you, they will not bring you to the court and charge you in court and all those things. What they will do is, if you are charged under ISA, straight away you go to a prison and stay there for 2 years. You cannot come out of prison for 2 years. We have 2 prisons to keep this type of cases inside. One is in Taiping, Perak, all right, and the other one is in Kluang. All right, the other one is in Kluang, Johor. There's another big prison in Kluang, and there's another prison in Taiping where they keep ISA prisoners. The DAP leader in Malaysia, Lim Kit Siang, was jailed when Mahathir was the prime minister for 2 years, and many of the DAP leaders, even Lim Guan Eng, the son of Lim Kit Siang, was also jailed under the ISA for 2 years. Why? If you speak against the government, or if you talk about the Malay policies in Malaysia, you can be arrested under the ISA. He says he agrees with everything. Yeah, it's because he's ignorant. He doesn't know all these things exist. So probably you have to widen your scope. Read. You must read and come to understand all these things. It will help you when you are in the university. All right? Because having a knowledge of a lot of things is very, very important. But now they changed the name. It's no more ISA. They call it another name, but same punishment, 2-year punishment also. All right? And one more thing I can try and tell you. There is another law in Malaysia. If you are arrested, they can keep you for 3 days. That means they keep you inside the police lockup for 3 days. You can't see your lawyer. You can't see your family. You can't see anybody. These laws are not good laws. Why? The police are allowed to keep you in that's the word in English is called remand. You are under remand. REMAND. So remand means you are in the police lockup for 3 days. Why? During the 3 days, what will they do to you? Yeah, now you try to answer. What will they do to you in 3 days? Don't know also. Start blinking. Don't know also. All right? Of course, they will wall up you. They will take a rubber hose. Yes, they take a rubber hose. They pour water on your head. Toing, toing, toing. All sorts of punishment will be given to you. Take a rubber hose. Ask you to open your trousers. Pop at the back of your backside. Yes, until you tell the truth. Whether even you never, you see, do you know that in Malaysia, so many people have died inside the police lockup? A lot of Indians, because they get caught because of drugs. They drive lorry, they bring drugs. Some of them have brought drugs into Singapore and they were hanged in Singapore. Right. So these are some of the laws that so many people don't agree with. Okay. So there are so many things even in Malaysia that lots of people we don't agree with. Why? Because and then after the 3 days, if the police feels that they want to keep you still, what they do? They bring you to the judge. They bring you to the judge or the magistrate, and then they get permission from the judge or magistrate to keep you there for another 7 days. So the total will become 10 days now inside. So you get hit, You get wallop or whatever it is. So sometimes you're scared, you tend to tell the truth. You tend to tell the truth. So these are some of the laws that we don't agree with. That means there's no fairness, like what you said just now. There is no fairness, but it's okay. I think Hao Bin is not very familiar with all this because of his age. He's just a young boy. So let's not get upset with Hao Bin because he's just trying to pick up his English. So let him slowly understand what is going on. All right. So these are some of the things that we don't agree with in our country. But this is just one of it only. But there are lots of problems that we don't agree with. Okay. All right. And do you have any laws that foreigners find strange? Yes, I think a lot of foreigners find it strange about ISA and all those things. Why? Because in a country, when you do something wrong, you must be charged. But can I ask the three of you something? You are from China. I'm sure China does the same thing, right? Yes. You can be taken away from your house. Isn't it? How about the COVID? You don't want to go for the vaccination, they pull you and bring you. I've seen it on the TV on CNN. The guys came with a plastic, clothes where they just come and drag everybody and go. You can see there are lots of unfair things that are happening in the world. Not only in Malaysia, every country has got some laws that people feel is not fair. That people feel it is not fair. So this is a lesson that you have to learn in class, so that you will understand that there are bad things that are happening in the world. Why? Because you're not reading newspapers, you're not listening to news, so you just do not hear about all these things. But once you expose yourself, then you realize that, oh my God, there are so many bad things happening. All right? Do you want me to show you what my daughter wrote to me on WhatsApp? Yes. 2 or 3 days ago, she's arguing with me. She said Malaysia is an unfair country to live. She's arguing with me. She's only 16. You know what she's arguing? You know what happened in Malaysia? All right, very simple. There is a football player in Malaysia. He's only 16 or 17 years old. He's Indian. All right. The coach asked him to convert to Islam. Then you can get a chance to play for Malaysia. Otherwise, very difficult for you to play in Malaysia. So they sent WhatsApp message to the boy, gave him all the Malay names and asked him to convert to Islam. Is this the right thing to do in Malaysia? He says everything is fair. He agrees with everything. Why? You never heard about all this. You never heard about the racist badminton player who said that Orang Melayu, the badminton association, is malas, lazy. Never heard of all this in Malaysia? You know what, the Chinese coach, he's now in China. He's coaching the Chinese badminton team. The coach from Malaysia is coaching the China badminton team in China. So he in China is talking about Malaysia. He said the Badminton Association of Malaysia must throw away all the Malay people and have Chinese people there to run the association. That is why we are not winning anything. We are not winning any badminton tournament because of the Malays down there. So you can see that our country is being looked down by other people. That's what teacher is trying to tell you here. All right. There are so many incidents like this that are happening. All right. And recently, a hockey girl playing hockey for Malaysia, Malaysian hockey player, she said something racist about the Chinese in Malaysia. All right. So you see a lot of things actually we are like friends only. When you see outside, we say, hey, hello, good morning, this, that. But inside it, it's boiling, it's boiling. It's boiling and anytime it will explode like that. All right. So this is what happens in certain countries. But in Singapore, it is they are very, very careful about this because Singapore also got Indians, Chinese, Malays. All right. But in Singapore, they are very strict. You are very strict. Why? You cannot talk about things about or Malay race or Islam or Chinese or whatever it is. You can't say anything about it. In Malaysia, every day they say about it. All right. So do you know on February 5th, what took place in Malaysia? 5th of February. We had an Indian celebration in Malaysia called Thaipusam. Thaipusam, you might have seen on the road or something like that. They call it, they carry the cow. Do you know that one? So you don't know. Luckily, you know. All right. So you see, when they carry the kavadi, what happened is that about 10 or 15 Malay girls and boys, they went behind the kavadi and they support the kavadi, and then they shouted the Indian words, well, 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 and all that. See, that one also, don't know, never heard, right? Got here or never hear? See, never hear. All right. So you see, what happened? So the Malay preacher, or in Malay they call it ustaz. That means ustaz means the guy who pray the Malay this thing. He told the girls that you are doing the wrong thing by following the Indian God, because the Indian God is a devil god. Shaitan in Malay means ghost. The Indian people are praying to ghosts. So straight away, all the Indian people in Malaysia got angry and asked the Malay ustaz to apologize. All right, she's getting angry with the noise that you're making. The next time you make a noise, maybe I throw this on your head. Pong. Okay, right. So yeah, so you can understand now what happened now. See, after we talk, we realize that there are so many things that are not fair in our own country. All right. I don't know how Bin can think that everything is going on fine. Probably because you just go to school and come back. You speak Chinese in your house, so you don't know whatever is happening in our country. All right. So you never heard anything bad about Malaysia. Everything is so good. What shaking the head means what? God or no? Okay, right. It's okay, because he's just learning how to get himself involved in the presentation, speech, and all that. Okay, so let's the third one. Of course, you guys may not be able to answer this. Also, it says, if you could create one law, what would it be? All right, that means if you are given the task of making a law, what type of law will it be? Yeah, Ziyun, you think you can think of any law that you want to create? Maybe something to do with China, the one with Malaysia, because Malaysia, you will not know anything. What you think in China, there must be a new law or so. Don't worry, I won't go to China and tell anybody. Don't worry. I'm not going to China, going to go to China anyway. All right. So what do you think must be changed in China? Any new laws or what? People can sing about? Very good. Very good. You agree with him? Don't look at him. I'm asking you. Why you keep looking at him? Oh my God. Why you need to get permission from him? Why is it every time when I talk to you, you look at Chen Ming and then you look at your brother? Why? I don't understand. You are your own self. You are an individual person. You don't look at each other to get your answer. All right. So I don't understand why you need to look at him every time. All right. Now you have another person on the left-hand side. You want to look at him also. All right. Chen Ming, I think you're very handsome. That's why she keeps looking at you. He becomes shy already. Okay, right. Okay, right. So do you agree with him or not, girl? You don't agree, say don't agree. Yeah, Chen Ming? Yes. Why? Because you see, China is a country where it does not allow any people to comment about the government, to say anything at all about the government. The people or the public can never raise their dissatisfaction or something like that. They control China in such a way that only the CCM or something like that, the Chinese political party is able to control everything. You see, you guys cannot vote for the president. Only all those inside the CCM only can vote for the president of China. Not every one of you can vote. No, even your father also cannot vote unless he joins the CCM, isn't it? Communist Party of China. Other than that, cannot. All right. Okay, so that is what we need to change. But of course, it will not happen now. It will not happen now. It will take maybe 50 years or 100 years for these changes to happen. The young people actually must rise up. The young people must rise up and fight for these rights. Otherwise, China will remain just as it is. But the most sensitive topic now in China is the balloon. Balloon has become a biggest topic now, shooting it here, shooting it there, and all that. And now China is saying that US also got balloon over China. So I don't understand who is playing with balloons now. Okay, right. Huh? Okay, so we have done all these three things. Oh, I think we took quite some time, nearly 40 minutes to look at this. Never mind, it's interesting actually. Shall we now go to the next page? Now let's have a look at this. It says law is a serious matter, and then it says, or is it? All right, it says law is a serious matter, or is it? You see, you have a question mark there. Huh? So all of you do agree that law is a serious matter, right? Yeah, of course, law is not a play matter. Right? It's not something that we can play with. Definitely 100% is a serious matter. But they see, there are another three words there, or is it? That means they are trying to tell you that sometimes the law can be funny. Sometimes the law can be funny, yeah? And actually, in the beginning, there were only three of you, but I think How Bin booked his class later. So that's the reason why there are only three paragraphs in the lesson. So where can we stop and make How Bin also read something? Okay, right. I think can. So maybe we can start with, let's start with what you call this, Ziyun. So Ziyun, you read until where? Until ding, 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 how is it to be fair now? Come again? Keep? Okay, right. Where is that? Oh, until the pick Napoleon. Okay, right. After that, Haubin will read N in the American state Ohio. Okay? All right. After that, the other two, I think Chen Ming can read Now Italy and Zizin can read as the government. Okay, let's start. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, next, Haubin.
And in the Western state of Ohio is against the law to get a fish gun. Most of these laws are not local because or even though the police do not stop travelers from following government and question them if they may enter a train. There is not vegetable cost in front controlling the countryside, hunting for fish and Napoleon. The United States Fish and Wildlife Service is now monitoring that and rivers for drowned fish. Now Italy, for to cut down from the country. The few Italian vendors extra low and order power. The result is a very
Bizarre.
bizarre public
Decorum.
of the island of
Capri, yes.
now using those who were anywhere but on the beach.
Yes.
In the seaside city of Era near
Venice.
lives the market and jobs at only computing center is not permitted.
Right.
In Embody, a public display of affection in the baking zone can marry a 500 euro fine.
Yes.
Pigeons are in part by a new law in Japan. It is not against the law to feed them. And in Omara, people in the parks, the land will be loving couples.
Mm-hmm.
So more than 50 people are from parts of the town.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Vicenza. Rodrigo Piccoli, 50 euros. Okay, what you can see in this thing is that there are some laws in especially some countries which are actually very funny. That is what we are trying to find out here. He says law is a serious matter, or they're asking us the question, or is it? All right, that is what is happening down here. So the first one, what does it tell you? The law is a tricky thing. Tricky means you must know how to, escape from some laws. That's why they say the law is a tricky thing. Laws aim to protect people and preserve order. So that is a function of laws, to protect people and preserve order. But that doesn't prevent governments across the world from creating some silly laws. So that's what they're trying to tell you here in this lesson. Even though the laws are meant to protect people and to preserve order, some governments around the world are actually creating some laws which are so silly, and so funny. And some are simply strange and others are outdated. Some of the laws actually outdated. In London, for example, it is illegal to hire a taxi if you have the plague through though the Black Death has not appeared on the European continent in hundreds of years. All right. What is the plague, guys? Do you guys know what is the plague? Okay, right. Never mind. Teacher will explain. Somewhere in the 1800s, thousands and millions of people died like the COVID-19 now. And that one is called the plague. It started somewhere in Italy and then it spread to many European countries, where I think it's the 1800 or something like that. So you call that the plague. The plague, they didn't know at that time it was a virus. They didn't know at that time, so they call it a plague. A plague where thousands and millions of people actually died on Earth. All right, so that one is called the plague. So what happened in London is that it is illegal to hire a taxi if you have the plague. That means if you have any sickness or something like that, like flu, you have a virus or something like that, it is illegal for you to hire a taxi. You can't sit on a taxi. Why? Other people will get the flu also. That is why they say it's illegal for you to get a taxi if you have the plague. Though the Black Death has not appeared on the European continent in hundreds of years. So I'm sure there are some difficult terms here that unless you are well read, then you might understand. Otherwise, you won't understand. European continent means the place where all the countries of Europe actually are. All right, you have UK, you have Germany, and you have France, you have Belgium, you have Norway, you have Denmark. Okay, you have the Netherlands, you have Portugal, you have Spain. All these countries make up of Europe, and they call it the European continent. All right, they call it the European continent. So continent in hundreds of years. What are they trying to say in hundreds of years? This problem, the plague, has not happened in the European countries for the last 100 of years. Why should we be afraid of it now? All right, that is why they are trying to laughing at this stupid law in England. All right, so the next one, France appears prepared to defend the legacy and honor of Napoleon. Who knows who is Napoleon? King from Italy. King of Italy. Before. Okay.
I know that Napoleon.
Huh?
I know that Napoleon is the animal. You know the book.
Oh, Animal Farm.
Yeah.
Yes, a very good. Yeah, I have read that book. All right, it's a very good book. It's a very good book. If you want books, actually, teacher got a lot of books at home. So if you want to read, I can bring them and put them somewhere here. Also, you can read them and then come and return them also. Animal Farm is a good book. You must also read Around the World in 80 Days, and you can read Tom Sawyer. You can read Treasure Island. All right. These are all books from Enid Blyton. All these books are very good for improving your English. All right. So since you are saying now, I'm saying because my daughter has read all these books. Have you read Jane Eyre? No.
Yes.
So yes, Jane Eyre is a very nice book. So these are some of the English books that you can grab your hands on and try and read. Why? Because they are really very interesting. You can't put the book down once you start reading, especially Treasure Island and all those things. They're very nice. Okay, right? And then there's one book on this author, Jules Verne. You try to read books on this guy, very interesting. Jules Verne, Verne. All right. Why? He has written a book called 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea. 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Under the Sea. All right. So this book is a very nice book written by this guy called Jules Verne. All right. That means he's talking about what can happen in the future. But now we are here. But this book has been written about 500 to 600 or 700 years ago. So the book, while it is written, is very interesting to the present day situation now. All right, because it talks about what is under the sea that he doesn't know last time. All right. See, when the book was written, he doesn't know that you can go down into the sea and see all that. So that is why things are very, very interesting when you read. But nowadays, children, as you know, you all are sitting on your handphone and playing on the phone. That's why your English is weak. All right. So when you start reading, slowly your English will improve. That is the best way to improve your English. Let's. This Napoleon actually, is his full name is Napoleon Bonaparte. All right. His full name is Napoleon. All right. Bonaparte. P-A-R-T-E. So who is he? He is the French general. All right. French general. And he is the one who went to war during the French Revolution. All right, this French general, I think he took part in the wars and all that between Europe and all those things and Russia and all those stuff. This General Napoleon. All right, you can read, you can Google him up, and then you can have a look. You'll understand who he is. All right. So you have France appears prepared to defend the legacy and honor of Napoleon. So you see, you have the word legacy, but later you will try to find the meanings of these words also. I think you may have the word legacy down here. So anyway, it's not there. Legacy is not there. But who knows what's the meaning of the word legacy, guys? What does the word legacy mean? Legacy. Legacy means people who are famous and popular in the world, whatever the things they have done during that time. That is the legacy. All right. So you see, we can talk about the legacy of Chairman Mao. All right. That is called legacy. That means what he did when he was alive and what changes he made to the country, to the world, and all those things. That's called a legacy. Yes. People? Oh, that is not legacy, but that is called, you can say that is a legacy, but normally use the word inheritance. The people die and their money, that's called inheritance. I-N-H-E-R-A. So it starts with H also, but inheritance. Inheritance or inheritance. Okay, right. So yes, and the next one is honor. Honor, you know, honor means the respect. Honor means the respect. And then it is forbidden to name a pig Napoleon. So if you, like in China, let's say they have a lot of pigs, and you name the pig Napoleon, of course, they will get upset, because Napoleon is a very great man, and you should not be naming a pig after Napoleon. All right. And in the American state of Ohio, it is against the law to get a fish drunk. So you can't catch a fish and then go and pour beer or brandy or whiskey into the fish and get it drunk. All right. So that's what they're saying. So it is wrong to do that. But have you seen that in Malaysia or what? I don't know. They gave the cat to drink some beer or something like that. And then the cat couldn't walk, climbing up the step, fall down, boom, like that. And then get up and then try to walk again. They went and pour the whiskey or beer for the cat. So terrible. You see, you shouldn't be doing this to animals. It's a very bad thing to do this to animals. Okay, right. And let's continue. Most of these laws are no longer enforced. What is enforced? That means it is no longer in power, no longer carried out. Okay, right? And no longer enforced or even known. The police do not stop travelers from boarding a cab and question them if they might have the plague. There is no Gestapo force in France patrolling the countryside searching for pigs named Napoleon. That means the French police don't go about looking for pigs with the name of Napoleon. All right. And the United States Fish and Wildlife Service is not monitoring lakes and rivers for drunk fish. So they don't do that either. So all these things are in the past. All right. Now let's go to the next paragraph. Now, Italy, in an effort to cut down on crime in the country, has given Italian mayors extra law and order powers. So what are they trying to say? In Italy, because, I'm sure you must have heard that, Italy is also full of crime. That means there's a lot of robberies and killings and murder and all this stuff happen in Italy all the while. It's not a safe country, in fact, Italy, because the Italians are always killing and stealing and all this stuff. So, see, so in an effort to cut down crime means what? To reduce crime. To reduce crime in the country has given Italian mayors extra law and order powers. So they have given their mayors extra powers, extra law and order powers. The result is a new wave of bizarre public decorum. What is another word for bizarre, guys? B-I-Z-A-R-R-E. Anyone knows? Bizarre. The answer is strange, S-T-R-A-N-G, strange. Bizarre simply means strange. All right, bizarre or strange public decorum. Laws, On the island of Capri, it is now illegal to wear a bikini minisuit anywhere but on the beach. You can wear the bikini suit on the beach, but not anywhere else. But not anywhere else because you're not allowed. And in the seaside city of Heraclea, near Venice, leave the buckets and showers at home because building sandcastles is not permitted. I'm sure you must remember when you were a small girl or a small boy or something like that, your parents might have taken you to the beach. So when you go to the beach, what do you bring? You bring all the plastic pails and all that, and the small plastic shovel and all that. Why? You want to take the sand and put in the pail and then build sandcastles. But in this town in Italy, you're not permitted to do that. You're not supposed to bring the buckets and shovels and all that to the seaside and make sandcastles. Cannot. You're not allowed to do it by law. All right. So that's why it says leave the buckets and shovels at home because building sandcastles is not permitted. And in Eboli, a public display of affection in a vehicle can merit a 500 euro fine. Who can tell, teacher, what does this mean? A public display of affection. Abid? Pastor, tell me, no or don't know? We go to another student. Don't know, huh? Very good. Ziyun? I don't understand. Say again. Public do somewhat in the vehicle? Huh? Bad thing. Oh, okay, right. Now I understand what you're trying to say. Okay, I think you're right. All right. Normally, when you have a couple, when you have a girl and boy, if they're in love, so when they are nearby, what to do? Of course, they want to kiss each other. Naturally, they want to kiss each other, hug each other and all that. But if you do that here in this town, you get a fine. How much? 500 euros. 500 euros fine. Okay, right? And pigeons hit hard by a new law in Lucca is now against the law to feed them. I think in Malaysia also sometimes you can see a lot of pigeons, and my wife also likes to put some rice for them and all those things. Pigeons are in outside here also got a lot of pigeons. They will come down suddenly in the evening and all that and try to eat whatever is on the road or something like that. Not the black color one, it's the brown color, white color thing. That's the pigeon. All right, that's the pigeon. Okay, right. And it is now against the law to feed them. And in Novara, what happens in Novara? The only people in the parks at night will be loving couples and no one else. All right, 4 or 5 people cannot sit down in the park and talk together. The park is only meant for loving couples. All right, you want to go there, you must bring a girl with you. Then only you're permitted. All right, and groups of more than 2 people are banned from parks after dark. Okay, and see how all these laws are very funny. You can laugh at them. And has the government gone too far in the name of public decorum? Public decorum means public law and order. Public law and order, public rules and all that. Public decency. And many people think so. And the Italian press has labeled the rapid increase of new and strange laws as the summer of bans. In the city of Vicenza, Rodrigo Piccoli was fined 50 euro for laying down in a park to read a book. All right, but this guy didn't keep quiet. He complained. The law became national news when he telephoned a radio station and complained. And the mayor of this Italian city has since apologized and promised to remove the ban. Let's hope that the government relaxes before instituting a national dress code. That means national dress code means don't the government say everybody must only be allowed to wear this clothes when you're going out, cannot wear any other clothes. That's called a dress code. Okay, right? Any word problems, guys? Faster, because you have very little time. Let's look at the top paragraph first. There might be some words that you don't know, so please try and ask. Is it the top paragraph? What is the meaning of gas tackle? Where is that? Cap and question for pigs. Where is? To protect people, preserve order. Last sentence. Last 2 sentences.
Oh, yes, there is no gas tackle first. Actually,
Show me a paper. No. Just show me where is it. Oh, there. Oh, okay. There is no Gestapo force. All right. You see, do you know a country called Germany? Very good. Who was ruling Germany in World War I and World War II? Very good. Remember the guy with the hand like that? Heil Hitler. So the military force in Germany was known as Gestapo. They were very strict. This Gestapo will arrest you and put you in jail without any question. So they are trying to say in France there is no Gestapo force. There is no police force like what there was in Germany. All right. Okay. Good question. All right. Anything else? Yes. Yes. Anything else? Calculate. Capri. Oh, that is the name of an island. You see, on the island of Capri. So you must join it together and read. On the island of Capri. That means name of the island is Capri. All right. So I think Zin shouldn't go to Capri because she won't be allowed to wear a bikini. No, teacher just joking. All right. Yes. Anything else? No. How been asking me anything? And you are the only one who is supposed to know a lot of things. Yes.
lake.
Monitoring, monitoring lakes. Monitoring means supervising the lakes, going checking all the fish, whether they are drunk or not. That is monitoring the lakes. That's all. The Parks and Nature and Wildlife Fish Authority, they can't be going to the lake and checking all the fish, right? Whether they are drunk or not. Right. So these are all funny things. These are all funny things. That's all. It's supposed to make you to laugh. If you are not laughing, that means you can't see that it's funny. All right. Anything else? What is pigeon?
Yeah.
Where? I told you just now, outside also you can find pigeon. What? Pigeon is a bird.
Oh.
Okay, right. So that's a pigeon. Pigeon is the white, the brown color bird with the black thing and all those things. Those are pigeons. I think even if you look outside there, you can see them. I'm not very sure whether you can find any outside. You see outside there, you can see them sometimes. Sitting on the roof or somewhere, you can see them. You see one bird there? Oh, that one is, no, that one is not a pigeon. Is that a pigeon? No, that's not. That one is the crow.
Oh.
That one is CROW, crow. Pigeon is the white color one, the brown color one, the black and blue, brown and all that. This one, all these are crows. The crows are bad because they eat all the dead rats and this and that, all that. They eat all the dirty things. Right? So that is the crow. So this is your beautiful handbag. Wow. So one day got one handbag. Okay, right. Yesterday she got a blue, black handbag, and today is different. Is that Gucci or what? Yes? Alfie. Oh, okay, right. Oh, wow. She's rich. All right, All right, okay, right. She's a damn rich. Noah. Okay, right. So, so let's, anything else? Noah? Haubin? Right. I'm sure Haubin doesn't know lots of words, but he's shy to ask. Okay, but now, you see, there's another word in the last paragraph, public decorum. All right. Has the government gone too far in the name of public decorum? Public decorum means like public decency. Decency means what the public must actually do. All right. What is public decorum? Can you take out your shirt or your dress outside on the road? Cannot. That's public decorum. You saw how you use that word. That means you must respect the public, and you also must know that what you shouldn't do in the public and all that. That's called public decorum. All right, got it or not? So that is the meaning of the word. So let's go back to the front page, guys, and see whether we can do the what is that? Read the statement and true and false. Can we do it together? Because I don't think we have enough time, So shall we try and do it together? So what does it say? You see, some of the meanings of the words are explained down here also. You have the word decorum there and bizarre also. So bizarre means very strange and unusual. All right. So let's try and do number one. Some laws seem silly because they are very old. So do you think this is true? Why false? Some laws are very old, so they seem to be silly, right? Isn't it? You see, if you read there, the first page there, you see the law is a tricky thing. Laws aim to protect people and preserve order, but that doesn't prevent governments across the world from creating silly laws. And if you continue reading, some are simply strange and others are outdated. What does outdated mean? They are very old. Right. So that is how you get your answer. So the answer should be true. All right. It should be true for number one. What about number two? The French secret police are arresting all pigs named Napoleon. You what for want to search for that? Oh my God. The answer is false. You're not supposed to name a pig of Napoleon. Oh my goodness. Why you need to search for that answer? It's false. All right. No one is allowed to feed pigeons in Lucca, Italy. Yes, that is true. And number 4, in England, it is illegal to bring a drunk frog in a cab. Yes, it is false. All right. And then you have number 5. Italian mayors are responsible for many of the new and bizarre laws. Is it new and bizarre laws? Hmm. First you said true, and then you jump, and then you said false. Huh? Yeah, the laws are not new. They're all very low, very old. Let me see first. Huh? Oh, yeah, yeah. Many people think so. And the Italian press has labeled the rapid increase of new and strange laws. Yeah, I think the answer should be true. Because the mayors are creating a lot of new laws. Okay, right? So I think that should be true. That should be true. Okay, right. And number 6. On the island of Capri, women can't wear bikini swimsuits. Yes? Yeah, they can wear it on the beach. So that's why I'm looking at this question to see how you need to answer it. Because you say on the island, it is now illegal to wear a bikini swimsuit anywhere but on the beach. But anywhere but on the beach. So what does it mean? You can wear it on the beach, but not anywhere else, right? So the answer should be false. Very good. Because you can wear it on the beach. The Summer of Bands is a music festival in Italy. Is it the Summer of Bands is a music festival in Italy? I don't think so, right? So that naturally is a false. I never heard of the Summer of Bands. All right. Rodrigo Piccoli was fined €50 for offending public decorum. Is that correct? Look at the guy's name. Rodrigo Piccoli was fined for laying down in a park to read a book. So, I thought 50 or 500. No, €50, not 500. 500 is on the top. All right. Okay. So €50 is correct. So this answer is true. All right. So we got that. Very good. And now let's go to the next page, guys. So how been? I'm sure. Can you follow? Right. So you can't follow. You must try and manage slowly. Okay. Right. And this one, activity number 3 is actually a discussion, but I'm not sure whether we are able to discuss this now. But let's just have a look. It says, list all examples of strange Italian laws presented in the article. That means you must try and write out or take out all the strange laws that are given here. Try to take out all the laws. Maybe we can do that later if we have the time. And then it also tells you why were they introduced. Can you find any justification for their introduction? That means, is there any reason for their introduction? Justification means what proper reason is there to introduce these laws? And which of these laws would you support and which ones would you object to? So that means you have to go and sit down and take some time and try to write out all the laws in Italy. And then you need to try and differentiate whether this law is right or whether it's wrong, whether it's appropriate or good or bad or something like that. That's what you need to do. Now we have about 15 minutes. So can you try and have a look at the vocabulary and try to find the meanings of these words? Explain the following words and expressions from the text. So you try and write down the meanings of this word tricky, and then you have the word preserve, outdated, illegal, plague, and then you have the word forbidden, to enforce a law, to cut down on crime, law and order and powers, and then you have the word to merit, and you have a fine, to be hit hard by a new law, public display of affection to ban, and then you have the word dress code. So try and see if you can get the meanings of all these words. Okay. Maybe you can have 5 minutes to complete it. Okay, got it? You have another 2 minutes to go. Okay, can we try? Right, because we only have 10 minutes before you guys go. So let's try and do this. It says, explain the following words and expressions from the text. So tricky means what? You can say it in many words if you can, no problem. You don't have to say it in one word. Yes? Tricky is difficult, hard to solve. Yeah, you can say hard to solve, difficult to solve. All right. Also, that is tricky. All right. And of course, full of tricks. Tricky means full of tricks also. And what about number two, to preserve? Keep something safe. Yes, you can say that. Preserve it to safeguard something, to protect something also. That is to preserve, safeguard, especially things which are already quite old. So you preserve them. All right. And outdated means what? Yes, outdated definitely. So all three of you jumping. So yes, outdated will be old. What is another word for old? Starts with O also. I think we did this word yesterday. Starts with O. Outdated. Obsolete. Remember? Obsolete. Obsolete is also outdated. And after outdated, you have illegal. Yeah, very good. Against the law. Illegal is outdated or not legal. It is not legal. Illegal can be not legal. That is, what about the plague? Yes, I think it is a virus that spread without any cure or something like that. That is called the plague. All right. And of course, now we have new words for them. Remember, we use the word pandemic and all that. So nowadays we have new words for them already. Forbidden means what? How big?
To stop doing something.
Who stopped doing something? Forbidden.
Stop something.
So stop something. Okay, forbidden means you're not allowed to do something. Not to stop doing, but you're not allowed to do something. That is forbidden. All right. Forbid means you cannot do it. All right. So that is forbidden. Okay, to enforce a law. What do you mean by to enforce a law? So to follow or make sure a law is carried out. All right. To make sure that a law is carried out. All right. So that is enforce a law. To cut down on crime. Ziyun. But on sleep, then don't come for class. What is to cut down on crime? There's one word only for it. Opposite of increase.
Oh.
Yeah, to decrease crime. To cut down on crime means to reduce crime or decrease crime. Reduce. All right. And what about number 9? Law and order powers. Law and order powers means, maybe this one you don't understand. It simply means the government or the police has orders to arrest people if they go against the law and order. So that is law and order powers. All right. What about to merit? Yeah, to merit means kind of reward or to give someone, something like an award or something like that. To allow or to merit or to give someone something that the person deserves. That is to merit. A fine is what? Yes. Yeah, very good. A fine is a kind of punishment or a monetary punishment. It is a monetary punishment. And how about number 12? To be hit hard by a new law. To be punished by a new law. Yes, that is correct, I think. Punishment will be to be hit hard by a new law. Okay, right. What is this? Okay, and then you've seen the message, but she has not sent me the listening. I don't know whether this girl wants to do or not do. Who is this guy? Oh, why is she having a new number? Oh God, I don't get it. Why? I don't understand why they don't want to use the actual number, actual thing given to them. Okay, right. I think you don't know why am I laughing. Okay, I try and explain in a short while because I've got a class exactly in 5 minutes time. So you see, we have IL students. So the center here will get a WhatsApp number and connect me with the IL student and to the advisor also. But when I give the student homework to do, the student doesn't want to post the homework in the group where they have the advisor also. The student wants to personally get my number and then send it to me only. What is the reason? I don't know why. Why? Why is it so? When I asked one student just now, she said she's very shy. He said he's very shy to put it in for everybody to see. He just wants me to see it only. That's why we create the group so that the student can put all the homework and all that inside there for the IELTS. I don't get it. So I was wondering, who is this new student? New person messaging me privately. Hey, belum balik lagi Amoy. Halo Amoy. Oh ya, belum balik lagi Amoy. Kasih keluar balik. Angkat balik. Ini, money. Keluar. Take this thing out. Still got 5 minutes. Where are you running? Take it out faster. We are not finished yet. So fast you want to run away. Oh my God. See, the thing become like folded biscuit already, all over the place. Where you want to run? Where are you going back now? You don't have a boyfriend? Then no, then where you want to go? Home. Why? You don't like this place? You don't like me? Thinks she doesn't like me. That's why she want to run away as fast as possible. Okay. All right. So I think we stopped at public display of affection is what just now? To show that that you like or you are or you love somebody. You love somebody or you have an attachment for somebody. That is a public display of affection. Kissing someone, holding hands, and all that is public affection. All right. To ban means, of course, to not allow. To ban is to not allow something. Dress code means, you see, when you go to a party, you must know what clothes to have. When you go to office, you must know what clothes to wear. That's what you mean by a dress code. All right. If you are a policeman, you go and wear, some clothes and then go and wait in the road. People will not respect you because you're a policeman. You must wear police uniform. So that is what you call dress code. All right. That is called the dress code. Of course, at the back there, before you go back, you see, try and look at this word. Why? Because this word has got several meanings. What word? Forbidding and banning. You see, it tells you similar but not the. That means similar but not the same word. All right. If you look at it, what does it say here? If you want to prevent something from happening, you can do it in a number of ways. So you see, this one very important. Why are you running away? Because you get to know a lot of vocabulary down here. So you can prohibit it. That means you disallow it. All right. Which suggests that you have legal or other authority and are willing to back up your prohibition with force. Or you can simply forbid it. Forbid means to disallow also and hope that others will listen to you. You see, a ban is more serious because it involves both legal and moral issues. A government or some other authority may disallow something that might otherwise be permitted. If a government outlaws something, it makes it illegal. All right? And when you want to abolish a law, you want it to end. You want it to end. So please go and read the meanings of this word. You see, you have the word prohibit, to abolish, to ban, and to outlaw. You want to improve your English, make sure you read. Don't go and bunkus means don't go and fold your paper and put inside your handbag. All right. Okay, I think we better stop here because, as I told you, I really seriously have another class. So I got to go. Okay, guys. All right. See you then. Okay, bye-bye.